Good morning, students. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the graphs of trigonometric functions. To draw a graph of trigonometric functions, first of all, you need to draw a table by taking the values with equal intervals like this. So I have taken the interval of length pi by 4. You can see here 0, pi by 4, pi by 2. The difference is pi by 4. And again 3 pi by 4. Difference is pi by 4. Pi 5 pi by 4. So first of all you need to take the equal length of interval, then you can draw the graph very easily. Now next, these values are considered as x. We are going to draw the graph of f of x is equal to sin x. We are going to see the graph of the function sin x. So for that we have considered x values like this: minus pi by 2, minus pi by 4, 0, pi by 4, pi by 2, 3 pi by 4, pi, 5 pi by 4. And you can take as many values as you can, and you can draw the graph according to those given values. Now you have f of x is equal to sin x. So first of all you need to find the corresponding values of the function. That means you need to substitute the value of x, and then you will get the value of y is equal to sin x. So, and I will give you some of the formulas also. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta, and cos of minus theta is cos theta, and tan of minus theta is minus tan theta, and cosecant minus theta is minus cosecant theta, secant minus theta is secant theta, cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. This is because if you take theta, it will be in the positive direction. If you take minus theta, it will be in the negative direction, that is clockwise direction. When you goes to clockwise direction, the angle will be in the fourth quadrant. That is why minus theta is in the fourth quadrant, so that minus theta is in the fourth quadrant, sine is negative. Similarly, you can see cos of minus theta is cos theta, because cos is positive in the fourth quadrant. Now, so you have to write the value of x here, sine of minus pi by 2. So sine of minus pi by 2 will be minus sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is obviously 1. Sine 90 degrees is 1. So you will get minus 1. And sine of minus pi by 4 is minus sine pi by 4. So you will get minus 1 by root 2. Sine 0 is 0. Sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Sine 90 degrees is 1. Sine 3 pi by 4. Sine 3 pi by 4. You can write it as sine of pi minus pi by 4. Sine 180 minus theta is sine theta. So you will get sine pi by 4, and the result will be 1 by root 2. And sine pi, sine 180 degrees is 0. Now sine 5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4, you can write it as sine of, you can see sine 5 pi by 4 can be written as sine of pi plus pi by 4. Sine 180 minus theta is in the third quadrant, so you will get minus sine pi by 4. Minus sine pi by 4, so you will get minus 1 by root 2. Now you have x values and the corresponding values of y for that given x. Now let us see how we are going to draw the graph of sin x. For that, remember that you need to take the x values on x axis and corresponding values on y axis. So you have to take like this: x values, that is 0, pi by 4, pi by 2, next 3 pi by 4, pi, 5 pi by 4. Remember that you can draw the graph with infinitely many values. You can take as many values as you can. So I am drawing the graph with these values only. Now, on the negative side also, minus pi by 4, minus pi by 2. And you can take as many values as you can on negative x-axis also. Now look at those corresponding values. You can see the maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1. You are having maximum value 1 and minimum value is minus 1. Remember that for the function sin x, the maximum value will be 1 and its minimum value will be minus 1. So let us locate that value here 1 and minus 1 on negative y-axis as like this. And in between these two, let us locate 1 by root 2 here and minus 1 by root 2 here. Now let us draw, let us see how you are going to draw the graph. So first of all, now you are having sine 0 as 0, sine 0 as 0. So you need to note like this, sine 0, 0, sine 0, 0. Sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. You need to note down like that. Sin pi by 2 is 1 by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1 by 2. Corresponding value sin pi by 2 is 1. You need to write like this. And sin pi by 4 is again 1 by root 2. You need to note that. And sin pi is 0. Again sin pi is 0. Next sin 5 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. Sin 5 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. Right. On the left side, sin of minus pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. Sin of minus pi by 2 is minus 1. Now, you need to join those points to get the graph. Series. You need to join those points. Remember that a graph of a function is always a smooth curve. It does not look like a straight line. Remember that very, very important point. The graph of the function must be a smooth curve because it changes its values according to very small change in the given value also. So if you change the given value just here, the value of corresponding function also changes. So the graph must be a smooth curve. So this is the graph of sin x. So you need to join the values like this, and remember that it does not looks like a straight line. It is a smooth curve. And remember that after 1 by minus 1 by root 2, it goes down up to minus 1 and then comes up. Here also you are having the value minus 1, so that the graph will goes up like this. Will goes up like this. So this is the graph of sin x, and the rough sketch of this graph will be like this. This is the graph of sin x. So if you can draw it you can draw it for infinitely many values also, you will get the same graph, continuous like this. It is a continuous graph. That is also very, very important point. And you can see sin 0, 0, sin 180, 0, sin 360, 0, and 2 pi for next 3 pi, next 4 pi, and so on. Similarly here sin minus pi, minus 2 pi, and you will get the maximum values at pi by 2. Here minimum value at 3 pi by 2, next 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2 extra. Next one, let us see how we are going to draw the graph of f of x is equal to cos x. Cos x. For cos x also I am going to take same x values. So cos of 0 is 1, cos pi by 4 1 by root 2, cos 0 is 1, cos pi by 4 1 by root 2, cos 90 is 0, cos 3 pi by 4. Cos 3 pi by 4 is cos of pi minus pi by 4. So it is in the second quadrant. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So minus cos pi by 4, it will be minus 1 by root 2. Cos 180 degrees is minus 1. Cos 5 pi by 4, that is cos of pi plus pi by 4. Pi plus pi by 4 is third quadrant. So you will get minus 1 by root 2. Here cos of minus theta is cos theta. So cos of minus pi by 4 will be cos pi by 4. Cos of minus pi by 2 will be cos pi by 2. So you will get 0. Now let us see the graph of f of x is equal to cos x. Now cos 0, here it is 0. It is 0. Cos 0 is 1. You have to note here cos 0 is 1. So here cos 0 is 1. Next, cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. You need to note the point. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Here 0. Cos 3 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. Cos pi is minus 1. So it will be minus 1. Next, cos 5 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. And you can continue like that. Cos of minus pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So you need to here. Cos of minus pi by 2 is 0. Now we have the points like this. Now remember that graph of cos x is also a smooth curve. It does not looks like a scale. So it is a smooth curve. So this is the graph of f of x is equal to cos x. Now graph of f of x is equal to cos x will look like this. This is the graph of f of x is equal to cos x. And remember that maximum value of cos x is 1 and minimum value of cos x is minus 1. So that we call it as range. So range of sin x or range of cos x is minus 1 to 1. So minimum value is minus 1, maximum value is 1. Next, another very important graph, tan x. F of x is equal to tan x. Now let us see how we are going to draw the graph of f of x equal to tan x. I have taken same x values here also. So tan 0 is 0, tan 0 is 0, tan pi by 4 is 1, tan 90 degrees. Now we don't have exact value of tan 90 because we consider it not defined. So tan 90 degrees is infinity or not defined. Tan 3 pi by 4. Tan 3 pi by 4 is equal to tan of pi minus pi by 4. So tan 180 minus theta is minus tan theta. So you will get minus tan pi by 4. It will be minus 1. Tan 180 degrees is 0. Tan 5 pi by 4 is tan of pi plus pi by 4. So you will get, it is in the third quadrant. Tan theta is positive. So you will get tan pi by 4 and it is 1. Tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. So tan of minus pi by 4 is minus tan pi by 4. So minus 1. And again this is not defined. Now there are some not defined values here. So how to sketch a graph if the given points are not defined? Let us see. For that, first of all, you need to draw vertical lines at the points where the graph is not defined. This is very important. So you need to draw the vertical lines at the points where the graph is not defined. here the graph is not defined. So you need to draw the vertical lines like this. Here the graph is not defined, so I have drawn a vertical line. And there is another point, tan of minus pi by 2. So here also graph is not defined. So you need to draw the vertical line like this. Because graph is always a finite quantity. So you cannot mark a point which is infinity on the graph. That means you cannot touch this line. You have seen that if the value is 1, you are going to mark here. But here the value is not defined or infinity. That means you cannot touch that point. So that we have drawn vertical lines at the points where the graph is not defined. Now the other points are 0 and 1. You have minus 1 also. So see this. See this. Now tan pi by 4 is 1. Tan 45 degrees is 1. So you can mark the point here. This is 1. Tan 90 degrees is not defined. That means you cannot mark the point. And again tan 3 pi by 4 is minus 1. If this one is minus 1, you can have minus 1 here. And then tan 180 degrees is 0. So tan 180 degrees is 0. This is 0. Tan 5 pi by 4 is again 1. Next tan minus pi by 4 is minus 1. So here minus 1. Again not defined. Now let us see how we are going to draw the graph where it has not defined points. Now see this. You can start here and remember that 0 to pi by 2 is always first quadrant. 0 to pi by 2 is first quadrant and pi by 2 to pi is second quadrant. Pi by 2 to pi is second quadrant. Here minus pi by 2 to 0. Minus pi by 2 to 0 is fourth quadrant. This is the fourth quadrant. Minus pi by 2 to 0. Fourth quadrant. So in first quadrant tan theta is positive. In second quadrant tan theta is negative. Whereas in third quadrant tan theta is positive. Fourth quadrant tan theta is negative. So let us see how you are going to draw the graph. You need to draw the graph like this. And here it is negative. Here it is negative. And then this is the second quadrant. Tan theta is negative. Now the graph comes from minus infinity like this. Like this. So the graph of tan x will be 0, pi by 2. Pi by 2 is a vertical line. 3 pi by 2 is a vertical line. 5 pi by 2 is a vertical line. Minus pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 2 is a vertical line. So first of all, you need to draw the vertical lines like this. Now, tan theta is positive in the first quadrant. So you need to draw the graph like this. And tan theta is negative in the second quadrant. Pi by 2 to pi is negative. So this is negative. And again in third quadrant this is positive. After 3 pi by 2, that means we are in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant it is again negative. Again it will goes up like this. So again it is positive. So pi, tan pi 0, you will get tan 2 pi. Similarly, in fourth quadrant it is negative. So the graph looks like this. You can continue the graph up to infinitely many points. Very, very important graph. So, as per homework, you can try the graphs of cosecant x, secant x, and cot x. Remember that if at a particular point the graph is not going to be defined, that means you are having infinity. At that point, you need to draw a vertical line. That is very, very important point. You can try these graphs and you can post it to me through WhatsApp. And in next class, I am going to discuss these graphs also. Thank you very much.